3:17 a.m. The phone rings just once. The duty officer doesn't even have time to say hello before heavy breathing fills the receiver, followed by a single sound, a click. Then silence. And it was from this silence that everything began. The town of Larenford had never drawn the attention of journalists. Small, quiet, surrounded by dense forests and a dark lake known by locals as Blackwater. Larenford moved at its own pace, slow, silent, almost imperceptible. But the night of October 14th to 15th shattered that calm. The shore of the lake was covered in fog. On a stone path, the body of a young woman was found. No documents, no witnesses, no signs of struggle. Only an old voice recorder in the pocket of her coat. The button on the recorder is pressed, click. The voice of Marta Levin emerges. If I don't come back today, it means I was right. They are watching even now. Marta was a journalist investigating corruption within the local administration. The police were quick to call it an accident, but one man could not forget that moment. Inspector Tomasz Green, once the department's top detective, now almost forgotten, sat in his office with a cup of cold coffee, examining documents. He was the first to see Marta's body. If this is suicide, he muttered to himself. Why were her shoes placed so neatly, as if she were simply waiting for someone? The police report was full of contradictions. The blood analysis was clean, tracks on the shore had vanished after the rain, and 3 different fingerprints were found on the recorder. The first belonged to Marta herself, the second to her colleague Sebastian Michalski, who disappeared the next day, and the third to a person who officially does not exist. This is not a person, the technician said. It's a ghost in the database. Tomasz studied the recorder. The first 2 recordings were the journalist's notes. The third, the hiss of tape and Marta's voice. He said the lake doesn't take bodies, it takes the truth. Every step he took felt monitored. Cameras staring into emptiness, people vanishing after a single question, officials smiling far too sincerely. In Marta's archives, he found photographs of an old manor, the former Nordchem laboratory. The company had officially closed 12 years ago, but lights still flickered in its main building every night. In the house, Tomasz found documents signed M. Levin, reports on experiments Marta had worked on earlier. She wasn't searching for the truth, Tomasz said, holding the papers. She was trying to correct a mistake. In the recorder's technical memory sector, Tomasz found another recording. 2 voices, Marta's and a man's. Calm, cold. You shouldn't have come back. People need to know. People don't want to know. A gunshot. Silence. Then the sound of water. Tomasz returned to the lake. Night. Fog. The lantern barely cutting through the darkness. In his hands, the same recorder. On the shore, the wreckage of an old boat. He wades into the water as his phone records the last signal. A wave brushes the microphone. The camera catches a glint of metal beneath the surface. He submerges. Under a layer of silt lies an iron chest. Inside, tapes, photos, names, a project codenamed Blackwater. Experiments with neurotoxins capable of controlling human behavior. Nordchem had not closed. It had simply rebranded, now operating in the center of the city. They never stopped, Tomasz says into the recorder. They just changed the sign. 2 days later, police find his car near the shore. His trail disappears just like Marta's. The recorder is left on the bank. If anyone hears this recording, don't look for us. They already know you're listening. On the administration's website, a brief notice. Fire at Nordchem warehouse. No casualties. Company operations temporarily suspended. But those living near the lake say otherwise. At night, when the fog settles over the water, a faint female voice can be heard. Sometimes, the click of the old recorder. It's just the wind, some say. Or maybe the truth doesn't want to be buried, whisper others.